Yeah, it's definitely very different tones, very different stories. Oh, I've missed you all. So nostalgic. Never would I have believed that so much land lay hid above the clouds. Dravania is not as I imagined it. Do you see that sculpture to the south and west of here? I am all but certain it was carved in the likeness of Saint Shiva. South and west. South. That... this one? Am I blind? That does not seem like that would be. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Okay. I trust you, Ysael. Actually, I have no idea what they're talking about. The histories make no reference to the existence of these ruins. Curious. Most curious. Things were a bit bitey for a while there, but I think we've arrived in one piece, Kupo. I wonder what has the dragon so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual. Wow. Quest complete. Oh wait, you're not interested. Okay. Waiting for the wind to change. Magon seems fretful about the weather. We may have a small problem, Kupo. When the winds are high like this, Resfelgar invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you tried blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down. Sure thing, Magon. Oh, that sculpture! I was thinking close by. They must mean that one. Wow. It's an impressive sculpture. This area is just so cool. We're like above the clouds. It's like the most JRPG thing ever. Floating islands above the clouds. But it still impresses me every time. Oh, that's an interesting looking tree. It's blue. Why is the tree blue? Oh, we're over here. Sorry. Almost ran past our camp. We're going to the tree. Ooh. Oh, wind just... oh wow. The weather is changing. This went from clear to umbral static. Whoa. I don't know if I've seen this before. This is kind of crazy. Umbral static. Are you still awake, Ghost? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Now the very elements conspire to delay our meeting with Resvelga. I must be patient. Who can say when the weather will turn? I have a mind to make camp. The fates make mock of us, to be so close. This should do nicely, Kupo. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow. But until then, we might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. Mayhap a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help to clear our minds in readiness of the coming parley. Very well then. I believe our campfire is in order. It's a gathering of fuel to me. I acquired a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Kurthus. Clear our minds. It is Master Alphino whose mind needs clearing. The thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him, Ryuki. See that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We will have the camp ready by the time you return. Still the same. Alright. Alfie, don't go alone. We can't lose you now. Alfie, no. Alfie, no. East is secured. Moving to the west. Is he around here somewhere? I don't actually see him. Okay. I don't think we can check in on him. Right, took care of it. These weather effects are crazy. I don't know what to expect for this upcoming meeting. I feel like, I mean, this was the whole reason we set out. It's a pretty big moment. He was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alphino returns with the wood, we can see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled a pot with what look like stew ingredients ready for the fire. Yasao's cooking! Let's go! That's a pretty fancy meal for traveling. Better than I would expect. Oh, Alphino. Yay, we have a fire. Oh, Leoki. I love that we're just traveling with the Moogle. Ah, few things compare to the simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. Ha! So speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with kindling and a flint. 'Tis well you instructed me so patiently then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to your sail with a pyre of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charlian dignitary, and, alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the studium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers, how ignorant of my own shortcomings. That hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the scions. Oh. He's not wrong. At least he's reflective of that. We, all of us, are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives never knowing what it is that they fight for, never questioning that which they have been taught to believe. 'Twas only upon meeting Hresvelga that I learned the truth hidden within our story. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would never have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance. That the truth has driven me to do terrible things, I cannot deny. But I would rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetuating a needless war. If this journey has taught me anything, it is the importance and difficulty of holding to one's convictions in the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You are well on your way, Master Alphino. At your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear, with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now, I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have labored. Sitting here amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? Oh, Estinian! He actually came around! Wow! But I know! I can't believe it! He was so stubborn. So confident. Man, everybody's growing and changing. What is happening? But for all that such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family, and no quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragonsaw War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say for a certainty that it will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine. In my hands resides the power to vanquish a great worm. If Ishgard's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself. Orders or no. Estidian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Hraesvelgar of the righteousness of your cause. Doubt not, but that I shall, Dragoon. Don't know why this is like so sweet. It's just a nice little calm campfire moment right before, I don't know, I feel like something big is gonna happen at this meeting. They like slowed the story down too much. We're having this little moment that feels like end of a chapter. I'm getting a little nervous. Well, when's willing, we shall have our answers on the morrow. Let us sleep now, and face our fate with the rising of the sun. Alright, we are back in it. Should we keep going, or you said a half hour? It is 11:30. Okay, sounds good. And I've been having, yeah, rest is super important when you are not feeling well. But yeah, thanks for doing even a little bit. Yeah, I totally understand. I hope you get some rest. We will resume it, hopefully when you're in higher spirits, more energy, and yeah, hopefully medications are not causing a bunch of very unpleasant side effects. I know, well, I don't have that